Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Thursday, February 3rd, 2022, Throne Thursday. Today we're pulling from the Game of Thrones Tarot cards. So you guys know that I'm transparent. I film ahead of time to keep up with private readings. So happy Chinese Lunar New Year to all that are celebrating. Today is the 1st of February, so a brand new month, a brand new Chinese New Year, a brand new week, a brand new moon. So a new cycle. Great day to sit there and set your intentions and your manifestations out for the month. Also a great day to sit there and do any ceremonies that you feel that, resonate with you. Tomorrow there is a portal opening, February 2nd, 2022. I definitely feel like this reading is reflecting a lot of that. Changing our perspective, change and transformation. We talk about the moon, which is the full moon will be February 16th. So I feel like, they are saying that for some, with this portal opening, this is a leveling up through 5D. This is, maybe coming into your abilities. We are talking a lot about clairvoyance, clairaudience. So receiving those messages with me, it started with, they told me 2 weeks and I was like, okay, no problem. 2 weeks. I put my faith in the universe. I put my faith in God. And 2 weeks to the date, it happened. So it's just like you never know when you are going to start gaining and trusting and building that relationship with spirit. So I feel like this is an opportunity to do so. Getting into the cards, we have the Hangman, changing our perception in a situation. So whatever is going on here, we're getting like the Death card, change and transformation, cutting something out of our life that no longer serves us. Maybe we're looking at this year and it's just like, dang man, like it's only it's been a whole month and it doesn't, don't allow this energy to define the rest of the year. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like we got to sit there and make those moves to change the energy, change our perception. Sometimes we have to sit there and isolate ourselves away from certain things like news forecasts and stuff like that because it's too much. It comes in our feeds. It comes and it's like it's too much. It's like you just got to sometimes just live your life because it could be too much. We highlight the moon, our Pisces. So the most evolved, most intuitive philosopher of all the signs. You know what I mean? And again, this is talking about psychic abilities. So it's just like, not only is the Hangman highlighting our crown chakra, our clairvoyance, our clairaudience, opening ourselves up to those messages, we have the moon saying the same thing. Given to your abilities. Maybe this is a date that they tell you. Maybe there's something. There's maybe you start to see. Who knows? The only way we can, evolve is if we're open to those things, open to the higher levels of learning. We have the Hierophant. So again, opening ourselves up to the higher self. For some, with the two pillars, this is balancing out. For some, this is engagement, marriage. That's totally fine. For some, this is the higher levels of learning. They're saying maybe missing information is because it's like we got to open up. Me, I always was like, nope, 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 nope. It's too much. I can't handle it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, now being on the other side of things, it's like, I wish I would have done it sooner. You know what I mean? But it's like, it only came fully, well, I don't even think it's full yet, but it only evolved in me when I was ready to. That's free will. So we have the Page of Coins coming in here. So Pentacles is our grounding energy, but with this, they were saying Lannister always pays their debts. So specifically with this card, they are talking about money coming in. They also talk about taxes, preparing for our taxes. But I feel like something news regarding debt, maybe this is a debt you owe to your taxes, I'm not sure. But I feel like in a positive way. I feel like they're saying refreshing. So I'm not sure what that's regarding. But for, with money coming in with no harm to none, and so it is, we don't want to gain funds from someone being hurt or losing, rebirth. You know what I mean? They're not losing their life. They're being reborn to their higher self. You know what I mean? That's what I always say, and I truly believe that. But I feel like it's like this may resonate with you. For some, it may be like, okay, yeah, I'm doing my taxes, so money's coming in. That may resonate with you. Or, someone owes you some money and they pay it off. Maybe they come into some money and they're able to throw something on what they owe you. I'm not sure. But they are saying this is a positive card. This is not a negative card. We go to Temperance as our last card. Again, with the higher levels of learning, Sam goes to the library to learn the ancient wisdom. You know, I can't remember which card it is, but they do talk about the threes. So, you know, they also speak about, you know, mind, body, soul. You know, when we talk about threes, you know, this is the triangle. We think of pyramids. We were talking about this in the full moon forecast, I believe. You know, ancient wisdom, you know, so it's just like, you know, mind, body, soul for some, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit for some. You know, when we talk about higher levels of thinking, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to give into an institution of faith. You evolve the way that you feel like you should evolve. If that's with nature, if that's just you just believe in this life, that's totally fine, whatever that is. But don't sit there and pass up the opportunity to live in the higher self, to live beyond the material world. So we're going to start off with the Hangman. Time suspension, waiting, transition, protection, sacrifice. So experiencing of alter reality, a new future emerges. So the Hangman breaks down. This is where the 3 comes in. So the Hangman is 12. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the mind, body, soul, making us whole. So this is where they're concentrating on our crown chakra, our head, our clairvoyance, our clairaudience, receiving these messages. And I feel like because of what's going on right now, you know, I woke up very positive today, very, you know, grateful. And I feel like, you know, this shift is happening. When the Hangman reveals waiting for a decision or a change in circumstances, he also invites you to take a different view of the situation, as you could find a solution. The card also says a sacrifice may be needed to break the status and forge ahead. Whatever your decision, you can move forward enlightened. Prophecy, dreams. So this is where our dreams come in. But also remember, you know, when we were pulling from the Enchanted Forest, they said that, you know, we have a lot of opportunities ahead of us. But right now, there's something that needs our attention. We need to put you know, they said, once you sit there and make your decision, all the other doors will disappear. Mine's not even a freaking guess. This is not even, you know, I don't have to sit there and ponder and wait. You know, this is like without a shadow of a doubt where I'm putting my energy. You know what I mean? But to me, it's just like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Whatever may disappear, it disappears. You know, this is, when this I don't mess around with. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, I feel like a lot of people would be the same way. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is, again, spirit, you know, giving the knockings of the Enchanted Forest where the 7 doors appeared. And it was like, you know, we have many opportunities in front of us, but something needs our attention. Other people's choices will be different. I'll salute to you. It's your life. You know what I mean? But to me, what I decided was not even a second glance. So we go to the moon. This is February 16th. So I'm wondering if this is where they're saying, because it comes the moon and it's like the page and then Temperance. I feel like this is where Spirit is saying around the 16th, you will get messages regarding this. Illusion, the unconscious, mystery, deception, uncertainty, dreams, and decision. So 5, 18, 9. So we're coming close to the end of a cycle here. That's numerology in me. I'm breaking down the numbers here. So 9, reduces to 9 the number of tension and realization. So this is our Pisces. This is their year. So they have this luck Jupiter on their side. Jupiter is in Pisces. Aries will feel the knockings of it. I think it was Capricorn. I'm pretty sure it was Capricorn. And it's just like you have luck Jupiter on your side. You may feel confused, disappointed, or disillusioned. Emotions run high. You sense the need for a decision, which feels like a great risk. Vulnerable as you are, ask your intuition to guide you forward and discern what is a real option or what may be fantasy. So definitely what I'm going through is just, I am doing the same thing. I'm asking for the higher self. Help us out here. I do see a shift, but it's like, how do we merge forward? How do we keep this constant? You know what I mean? When you do this, you may discover your true path and work where you're meant to do. Dreams, philosophy. And it's just like, maybe mine will. I don't know. Right now, it's not even about me. So it's just, I'm just more concerned about the other thing. So, You know what I mean? Everyone's decision is going to be different, but I feel like, I definitely consult with higher self. Like, I definitely consult with, with me, I have a strong faith base with God, so it's like that's who I'm consulting with. You know what I mean? So with me, that's who I always turn. And I feel like, I feel like there was a touch of that where it was like universe wants you to consult with them and only them. I can't remember if that was in a tarot deck or if I read that somewhere. They said this is a time for where universe wants you to consult with them and only them. And I feel like that's why sometimes they remove people out of our lives or remove them out of the way, because it's like they want you to consult with your higher self. So the Hierophant, so 5, change and transformation. Unity, orthodoxy, divinity, divine law, connections, alliance, commitment. So, usually we have the 2 pillars, bringing back in balance. The Hierophant, usually the pulpit. We have 2 people standing. So this is usually like a marriage ceremony, or consulting with our higher self. And I just feel like, when they talk about that missing puzzle piece, maybe we don't have the answer. So we're consulting with the universe. How do we get the answers here? You know what I mean? And I feel like it's like, as long as you're doing the right things and taking the right action, I feel like that information will be brought to you. But I definitely feel like, with me, I always keep pen and paper by my bed, write down I'm going to remember that. I never do. So I try to be better, more vigilant. So linked with Mercury, planet of communication. So Mercury is in retrograde. So communication is not being clear here. So take a breath and make sure you're articulating yourself, saying the thing. You may, write down everything, when you have, with myself, it's just like, sometimes, I don't know if it's like nerves. I don't know what it is. When I go to a doctor's office, sometimes I forget to say things. So I write it all down. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I was just like, I could just sit there and read this off, or I could just give it to you and they'll sit there and they'll read it. And it's just like, sometimes I forget things and they're like, no, it's okay. So they read it all over, you know what I mean? And they're like, can I keep this? I'm like, yeah, it's a copy. And I'm like, okay. They're like, okay, perfect. You know what I mean? But I forgot about myself and I was supposed to get an inhaler and I forgot, but it's okay. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's just like, if you're dealing with a situation that makes you anxious, you know what I mean, to put that all down. You know what I mean? Like with me, it's just like, doctors have always been critical. So it's just like, I feel like with myself, it's just write down everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know they're there to help. So it's, that's where it's just like, sometimes whatever situation it is, you know what I mean? If you feel like you can't articulate or you forget things, maybe there's a lot to articulate. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shoot, I forgot to touch on this. You know what I mean? And it's just like, write it all down. You know what I mean? And I feel like by writing it down and I could tick it as I say it, you know what I mean? It's just like, it'll help them get a bigger picture of what's going on. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we do forget things. Any situation it is. Maybe this is your job. Maybe that, you know what I mean? Or like, it looks like you're sitting, I don't know what this situation would be, but someone's sitting at a desk and you're sitting in a chair. So you know what I mean? He's wearing a lab coat, so it looks like a doctor. So I feel like, you're having that conversation. So the Hierophant has divine meanings. The religious, spiritual knowledge to educate opportunities. Overall, the card denotes unity, connecting mind, body, and soul. So again, the Holy Trinity, we're talking about triangles. Going back to This Is Us with Toby, saying like, everybody's striving for this square, but he's like, I'd rather have 2 happy parents and have a triangle than have this square, and it's a toxic environment. And totally true. You know what I mean? And it's just like, don't overlook the triangle. You know what I mean? And I definitely feel like, if it's just you and your kids, I'll salute to you. Even if it's like you, your kids, and your parents, whatever situation is, it's like, don't overlook that value. There's something really juicy. There's something really special about that. So when they talk about the Trinity, it's like the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit, making us whole again, grounding ourselves, or making the key commitment. The card can also represent following or becoming an inspiring spiritual leader, mentor, or teacher, career progress, marriage. And this is where we get that the pulpit, or when I was talking about with the traditional, I guess you would go way back in the cards. I've always known him as a Hierophant. I don't know how far back that goes with the pulpit, but I think the first time I came across the tarot deck, I think I was 16. So it's like I've always known him as the Hierophant. So I don't know how far back that will go. So we have the Page of Coins. So messages, and they were talking about, again, that some sort of debt. You know what I mean? So maybe you're a consultant or something. I don't see a consultant. I'll be 100%. I take this as a positive card. So I don't know the forgiveness they're saying. So I'm not sure what this is regarding. You know what I mean? But, money coming in with no harm to none. We don't want anyone getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like, trust me. Like, that it doesn't mean anything, honestly. So income, opportunities, good news, details. If anything, it just makes the vultures come. As a person, the page is young, plain talking individual, male or female, who is reliable and diligent. Applied to a situation, the card reveals good news about money, income through a new job or project, a property offer. It also a time to deal with tax returns, to check your schedules. Time is money. So they're trying to show me something here. I'm hearing a male voice, but maybe this is over the phone. They're not giving me anything else. Sorry about that. When they start to tell me stuff, I just want to pay attention because maybe it's for specifically someone, right? So Temperance, our last one. So this is where if you follow the Game of Thrones, Sam goes to the library to teach himself in the ancient learnings, right? So it's just like, learning on a higher level, whatever this may be for you. So balance, adjustments, resources, guidance, choices, moderation, reconciliation. They're showing a male eating more of like changing their diet to more like nuts and berries. I don't know if this is like kind of like a survivor's diet, as they would call it, where they live off the land. So it looks like you're gardening because I can see like rows. It looks like lettuce to me. But they were specifically showing nuts and berries. So I'm not sure if you're changing your diet for this male. But that's what they're showing. It looks like something with your mind. It looks like it's clearing up your mind. I don't know if what this fog is. I don't know if it was a brain damage, like if you got an injury to you got into an accident and hurt your brain, your mind, just like your noggin, period. It looks like you hit your head off the side of the interior of the car. Maybe you're knocked unconscious and you don't remember. I don't know if you're taking something that, like a medication or something that actually messes up with your cognitive abilities, or maybe this injury is messed up with your cognitive abilities. They're saying abuse of prescriptions. They're saying that did a number on you. Unfortunately, that's what it does do. We don't think about it. When we're young, we take things and don't pay we think we're invincible. Oh, it won't bother us. Oh, it won't touch us. You know what I mean? But the world has evolved and changed so dramatically. They sit there and cut it with so many different things. Now you don't even know what you're getting anymore. Stepped on is like they're saying, like, it's stepped on with so many different things. You don't know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know what I mean? So they're saying living as your higher self. So I'm not sure if you're making this change or not. I don't know who that's for, but it's for someone. You may be managing a huge workload, balancing budgets. So balancing budgets, maybe that goes back with the Page of Coins. Be negotiating with demanding people. So again, with the Page of Coins, maybe this is where it's like debt collectors. But I didn't get that. I feel they're saying debt forgiveness. I don't know what that, maybe you're claiming bankruptcy. I'm not sure. Carefully assess your priorities. So this is very much going back to the Enchanted Forest, your priorities. Because I feel like you have so many opportunities here. And I feel like, this is life. You know what I mean? This is the life we chose. This is these are the choices we made. And that has to come in the forefront sometimes. You know what I mean? And I definitely feel like if it's in a situation where it's not a joke, you need to step in. So I feel like, for me personally, it's not even a choice. And you will get the balance right. Give others what they need in reasonable measure, but conserve your energy too, to make time to schedule, plan, and care for your own needs. So this is where it's like giving of your own cup. Yes, you are giving to someone else right now, but I feel, you know what I mean? This is like nothing, you know what I mean? But I feel like when it comes to other situations, it's like as much as you want to be there for other people, it's like sometimes you need to conserve your energy because right now it needs to go into this priority. You know what I mean? So especially if you're someone that fills your own cup, the universe fills your cup. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just like, don't feel bad for caring for yourself. They always try to make us bad for caring for ourselves, but when we fall apart, they ain't there to help us pick up the pieces. They're just angry because they're using you for your energy. Because whatever you give them, they, you know what I mean? They always feel, refreshed after being with you. So it's just like, you know, we got to sit there and take care of ourselves. Overall, the card asks you to readdress whatever is out of kilter, connecting with guides and angels. And I feel like this is where we're touching on where we were talking about earlier, is universe is cutting off everything else because they only want you to turn to them. You know what I mean? For guidance and deliverance here. This is why they're sitting there and it's like, we need to remove this. We need to do that. You know what I mean? So maybe this is building your relationship stronger with universe. I definitely feel like, with February 2nd, 2022, that's what they're trying to, accomplish here. They want you to sit there and turn to them more. They want you to be dedicated to them more. Remove all these other entities. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like, your priority is with your family or whatnot. That doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. You matter. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's like putting your energies into positive situations and positive solutions rather than toxic ones, or where people misguide you because they're in it for themselves. They're just using you. You know what I mean? Whatever the fallout is, they want to sit there and pick up the crumbs. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.